Above the peaceful streets of O'Fallon, Missouri, a sinister tale unfolds. Nestled among rolling hills and quiet neighborhoods, this town appears like any other slice of suburban America. Yet, O'Fallon would soon be thrust into the national spotlight, thanks to the actions of a seemingly ordinary resident, Pam Hupp. On the surface, Pam played the part of a friendly neighbor perfectly, but her charming smile masked a chilling capacity for deceit and manipulation. But beneath this calm surface, a storm was brewing, centered around one woman, Pam Hupp. The chaos began with a 911 call made by Pam Hupp. On a seemingly ordinary day, the streets of O'Fallon echoed with the distressing sound of gunfire from Pam's residence. According to her, Louie Gumpenberger, a homeless man, had intruded into her home with ill intentions. In what she claimed was self-defense, Pam fired her gun 5 times, ending Louie's life. As the police arrived, they were greeted by a scene that raised more questions than it answered. The 911 call, rather than clarifying, only deepened the mystery. Pam's tone and the sequence of events she narrated didn't quite add up. Her calm demeanor, even as she described a life-threatening confrontation, struck the responding officers as unusual. This peculiar call prompted the authorities to peel back the layers of what was initially brushed off as a home invasion gone wrong. It wasn't long before the investigation began pointing to a more sinister narrative. What seemed like a clear-cut case of self-defense soon spiraled into a complex investigation. As detectives dug deeper, they uncovered a chilling connection. The investigation into the suspicious death of Louie Gumpenberger revealed a sinister link back to another tragic case, the murder of Betsy Faria a few years earlier. Both threads intertwined around one individual, Pam Hupp. Hupp, a friend of Betsy, was the last person to see her alive. Curiously, shortly after Betsy's death, it emerged that Pam had become the beneficiary of Betsy's life insurance policy, a policy worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This revelation brought a new angle to the case, suggesting a possible motive for murder. Further investigation unearthed a series of forged signatures on the insurance documents. These forgeries painted a grim picture of deceit, pointing directly at Hupp's involvement. As the layers of the case were peeled back, it became evident that Russ Faria, Betsy's husband, had been skillfully framed by Hupp in an elaborate plot to divert suspicion from herself. The deeper they dug, the darker the secrets they uncovered. Justice begins to claw its way through the web of lies. As the investigation into Pam Hupp deepened, the pieces of a sinister puzzle started falling into place. Authorities arrested Pam, charging her with first-degree murder among other serious offenses. The community watched, astounded as the woman who once walked among them as a friend and neighbor was unveiled as a master manipulator. The arrest sent shockwaves through O'Fallon. The public, along with the victims' families, were engulfed in a mix of relief and profound sorrow. The courtrooms were packed, the air thick with anticipation as Pam Hupp faced the consequences of her actions. In a dramatic courtroom scene, she entered a guilty plea, avoiding a potential death penalty but securing a life sentence without the possibility of parole. This conclusion brought a somber closure to the families involved. While justice had been served, the emotional wounds were deep. Pam Hupp's reign of deceit was over, but the scars remained. Now, as the dust settles, we are left to ponder the aftermath of this harrowing story. We've witnessed a web of lies, a facade of friendliness masking a sinister plot. Trust was manipulated, and betrayal reached into the very heart of a community. This tale challenges our perceptions of justice and questions its effectiveness. As the story of Pam Hupp closes, one must reflect on the broader implications for our criminal justice system. Has justice truly been served, or are we just scraping the surface of a deeper malaise?